The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, says the military will carry out precision strikes and clearance operations on identified bandit and criminal hideouts responsible for attacks on communities in Benue State. He also advocates the formation of a civilian joint task force to support security efforts. Arise correspondent Theophilus Tyav has details.
This meeting with critical stakeholders holding is at the instance of the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, who is on a 2-day operational and on-the-spot assessment of the aftermath of attacks on Yelwa Town in Goma local government area. General Musa, while delivering his welcome address at the meeting, urged community leaders to adopt new strategies to tackle the current security challenges facing the state.
We have gone to Liberia, we've gone to Sierra Leone, we've gone to other countries and have brought peace. Why not in our own country? So I want to assure you that we're together. No member of the armed forces is going to be anywhere against one. If we notice anybody that is there, we're ready to prosecute that person. But we are going to count on your support so that we can be able to achieve and work together. We must achieve together.
In another development, the governor of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Sule, led a high-powered delegation on a condolence visit to Governor Hyacinthe Alia and the people of Benue State.
Border security. Some arrests were even made around the border with Odege. With people, actually criminals who were holding some AK-47. I think the Commissioner of Police, he came specifically to be able to discuss some of these arrests so that they can share information with the security of other areas. And I thank Mr. President for suspending all his activities in order to be here tomorrow. I thank him also for taking the action to ensure that he sends all the security chiefs to be here. And I pray that this time around, because this is one crime too many.
Yelwata, almost at the border with Nasarawa, is one that leaves a very bad taste in our mouths. And indeed, undermines the good neighborliness that we have shared over the years. I'm very happy you made mention of this. And it is important that we work together and defeat these agents of darkness.
With support from top security and political leaders for local vigilante training and stronger interstate collaboration, many in Benue are hoping that the long-standing violence will soon come to an end. Theophilus Tyav, Arise News.
Now, for updates and situation report on the Benue State killings, Arise correspondent in Benue State, Theophilus Tyav, joins me now. Theophilus, good to have you on Newsnight tonight. Well, I mean, there have been various visits of security chiefs in Benue State in recent times. Both the Chief of Army Staff, Oluyede, the IG of Police, Gbetokun, and others. How much of a confidence booster is this? How comforting is this been for the people in Benue State in the light of, the killings there?
Good evening, Ngozi. Good evening. We are expecting the Commander-in-Chief, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in Benue tomorrow. The service chiefs has been here. The top number 1 military officer in Nigeria, the Chief of Defense Staff, just left this afternoon. For Benue indigents, for Benue citizens, this is beyond header farmer clashes. When you get to speak to any of them, they will tell you it's more of displacement, sorrow, and land grabbing. So hope it's what they are holding on to. They are looking very anxious to receive the president, expressing their willingness to listen to him, and hoping that he will come with assurances, not just assurances of words, but bringing a permanent solution to this carnage that has actually befallen the state. Just a little breakdown of what happened in Yelwa. In Yelwa, excuse me. On Friday evening into Saturday morning, we had reports of attacks on Daudu, a town before Yelwata, which the military outpost in Yelwata responded, and the military lost 2 of their personnel in trying to quell the attack on Daudu. While the attack on Daudu was ongoing, Yelwata came under full attack by these assailants. And it was a rainy evening. Residents of that town rushed in to take shelter. It's an agrarian town. They don't have any other business there aside from farming. The rains, they moved into their homes. They were locked into their homes and burnt to death. A few of them that tried to escape were gunned down and macheted. As of Friday morning, the numbers came in over 50. As of this morning that we were there, we have reports that it's way over 150 persons that have been counted, and bodies are still being recovered. Yesterday evening, the fire service, Yelwata was burning from Saturday till yesterday evening when fire service had to go there to put out the fire. Because most of these places where these people were being killed were stores where grains were being held for storage. They took shelter there, hoping that they would be safe. But to their fate, they are no more with us. So it's a sorrow one for Benue State. We're actually expecting that the president comes with solutions. The security agencies, the chief of defense staff has met with critical stakeholders. He has given the assurance, which the community have also expressed their concerns to him on the issue of mistrust and misinformation between the relationship between the military and the community. He has assured the communities that moving forward, they're going to look inward, sanitize the military, and he gave a word of assurance to the traditional ruler, the district head of Tyav, that's where the district head of Yelwata, when he raised the issue of military personnel that were being posted to the place and refused to act when information was given to them. He actually was very blunt with him and said any military officer that was posted to any community and refused to act on intelligence reports or information that has been given to him, that person is a coward. And moving forward, the military will not, under his watch.
Theophilus, that actually leads me to this question, and it's a question that's been asked over and over again: how these assailants, as you describe them, are able to come into these communities in their tens, in their dozens, in their hundreds, and carry out this heinous crime and get away without a trace. Help us understand whether there have even been any arrests at all.
Yes, the police said they have arrested some of the assailants, and 2 were actually killed on Saturday morning, brought to the community. One of the assailants was actually identified by members of the community from being from a neighboring community in Nasarawa State. Benue borders Nasarawa State, and the border is a bit porous because River Benue also cuts in between the land border, therefore making it a bit difficult to man for the community themselves, given the topography of the area. For the attackers coming and going without any trace, as if they are disappearing into the wind. This attack was very coordinated. The similar attack happened in Way West in Naka local government. Sadly, we lost about 29 lives were lost in that. Since the crisis started about a decade ago, these renewed attacks that was termed header-farmer clashes started. This is the worst of it. In no single strike has Benue lost its citizens to this number in one single attack. So it was a well-coordinated attack. The town was attacked from all angles. It was attacked from the border between Benue and Nasarawa State and within Benue itself. Let me give another breakdown of Yelwata. Yelwata is one of the safest towns, was one of the safest towns before this attack. Most of the neighboring communities, when you're driving out.
Okay, we are indeed having connection issues with Theophilus Tyav, Arise correspondent there in Benue State. And like he said, as the president prepares to visit Benue State tomorrow to make an assessment himself, to know the extent of destruction that's happened in Benue State. Of course, he's going to be having a town hall meeting tomorrow, and according to Theophilus, the people in Benue State are eager to air their minds, bear their minds to the president, and hopefully a sustainable, long-lasting solution will be found to the security challenges in Benue State. The 200 are not just numbers, they are human beings.